Michael, the Prime Minister is in DC at the moment. He's trying to lobby US Congress to back President Biden's bill promising billions for the AUKUS submarine program. But there seems to be considerable opposition to AUKUS within certain parts of the Republican Party. Why is this, and what do you think the Prime Minister's chances of success over there are?
Well, Cory, like Australians, Americans like to see their taxpayers' money spent on American things. We like to see it spent on Australian things. And right now, the American national security community is realising that just at the time Australia wants them to give us some of their own nuclear submarines, the Virginia class in the early 2030s, that's when the US Navy will have the smallest number of those submarines over the last few decades. So right when it's getting harder for America to do this, we're insisting they hand them over. And they haven't seen us put our real money where our mouth is yet and take hard decisions like where this East Coast base is going to be, where the waste repository is going to be.
Yeah, well, that's true. They cancelled a waste repository here in South Australia because of complaints from the Indigenous local people, and that's left us in a world of questions as to what happens with our nuclear submarines. But there is so much going on in the world of national security and geo-global politics. But last week there was an Israeli ground invasion of Gaza, and now we're seeing a ramp up of precision airstrikes, meaning the US has signalled it's going to send extra deployments into the region. This frightens a lot of people. Where do you see it going, and what do you think we can expect next?
Well, Cory, the Israelis have no alternative but to put their military in large numbers into Gaza. That's why they've been trying to get so many of the Palestinian civilians out of northern Gaza so that they can dismantle the Hamas terrorist network, including probably 200 kilometres worth of underground tunnels and facilities. Some of them for rocket making, some of them the hostages will be held in. So the Israeli military are going to go in force into Gaza, but at the same time, the Israelis and the Americans are telling Iran to stay out of this war, and Iran is so far willing to spend the lives of Hezbollah and Hamas proxies, but not confront the Americans or the Israelis. That's good news.
Yeah, and we'll have to keep a close eye on it to make sure it doesn't escalate any further. Michael Shoebridge, thanks for your time and your expertise.